Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, today, Bitcoin holders, crypto holders are laughing at Gary Gensler. He tried his best to try to bring everything down, and it simply didn't work. In fact, we rallied today. So imagine that. So let's talk about what has happened today, because there was even more drama. So let's talk about it, and let's talk about what to expect going forward. Welcome. I couldn't stream this morning. YouTube had this weird issue, so I couldn't stream. Rushed out a video for you guys. You guys got the gist. But, I mean, look at this, okay? This morning, Bitcoin fell down to about 25.3, and then suddenly, boom, we're right back above 27,000. If we keep going, we'll be at 28 in no time, right? So this is what I like to call a big FU, or a big middle finger to Gary Gensler from the community. I mean, there's no other way to put this. This is exactly what it is. Telling Gary that he's a clown and no one is afraid of him. I mean, I don't know how else you interpret this. Like I thought he seriously probably thought that this was going to cripple somehow, you know, the industry, but no, it didn't. You know, so to recap, this morning, of course, SEC charged Coinbase for operating as an unregistered security exchange, broker, and clearing agency. Even though, here's the irony, even though they are the agency that let Coinbase go public in 2021. So this was only 2 years ago. So you tell me how it's possible that they didn't know that Coinbase was an unregistered security exchange, broker, and clearing agency, somehow didn't know, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, they are. Like, that doesn't make, and that was only 2 years ago. It's not like 20 years ago. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense. So according to Brian Armstrong, first of all, they reviewed our business, allowed to go public. Why didn't they have problems in 2021, right? Gary Gensler keeps on saying all these guys have to do is come in and register. Brian Armstrong's like, there is no come in and register. We tried repeatedly, so we don't list securities. We reject the vast majority of assets we review, but the SEC, of course, does not want to give guidance, does not want to come out the list of what's a security, what's not a security. They want to keep everyone in the dark on purpose. Number 3, the SEC and CFTC has conflicting statements, including what's a commodity, what's a security, what about Ethereum, right? What about everything else, stable coins? CFTC also thinks stable coins is commodity, but the SEC now doesn't think so, right? So this is why U.S. Congress is introducing new legislation to fix the situation, right? Today, Coinbase was supposed to go talk in front of Congress with the CFTC about this new framework, and it just so happens today, it's the day that SEC decides to sue Coinbase, right? It seems like there's alternative agenda, right? So bottom line is Brian Armstrong's like, this is utterly ridiculous. There is no registering. And why didn't they, you know, raise a red flag when we tried to go public in 2021, right? And Coinbase's been around since forever. 2013, 2014, why didn't SEC raise any red flags before, right? So really, just really stupid. But like I said, but you know, what happened was like this, right? Like kind of like a W, basically whatever, Gary. Okay. So I don't think Gary believed that this was going to happen, right? I think he was really trying to shut it down, and he's mad. He's mad because everyone's laughing at him. There's no one that's taking this seriously. Okay. Binance is saying we're not taking this seriously. Coinbase says we're not taking it seriously. Just because the SEC alleges something doesn't mean that it's true. And Will Komet makes a good point. Bottoms are often marked when price no longer negatively reacts to bad news. Interesting. So we got probably two of the worst news from the SEC within the matter of 2 days, yet Bitcoin's price has not gone down any further. Just think about that for a second. What else could have the SEC announced within the last 2 days that is worse than the Binance lawsuit and the Coinbase lawsuit? Absolutely nothing, right? There is absolutely nothing that the SEC could have done within the last 2 days that's worse than what they did do within the last 2 days. And despite both of those cases, Bitcoin not only held its ground, but recovered back up to previous levels, right? So just think about that for a second. So does that mean definitely we have found our local bottom and we're about to rally? Quite possibly. Just like after FTX fell, we had that 15,000 moment, and I forgot something else happened. I think Coinbase got a Wells notice or something like that, and Bitcoin didn't go down any further, right? I feel like that's kind of how it is right now, right? I mean, these two lawsuits are no good, but you know what? But here's the thing. Gary's like, you know what? You guys are laughing at me. I better do something about it. So this afternoon, they did this. SEC files motion for restraining order against Binance, okay? And they have asked the courts to seize Binance.US's assets, corporate assets, not user assets, okay? And Binance.US, of course, said that withdrawals are going to be okay. This has nothing to do with user assets. If the courts agree, then of course corporate assets will be frozen, but still, this is unwarranted. They have not once gone to Binance.US and asked them to fix things or asked them about how they're operating. They basically want them to be frozen because of this case against CZ and Binance.com, right? It makes no sense. So again, Gary, you know, he wants to be taken seriously, right? People are laughing at his other two. And then this came out, trying to freeze Binance.US assets. And again, Bitcoin didn't go down. Bitcoin didn't move at all. In fact, it just continued to go upwards. It would be really funny if Bitcoin hits 30,000 within the next few days. By the end of this week, if Bitcoin rallies and goes up to 30,000, I don't know what kind of fit Gary's going to have then, because I really think that he did not expect this. I'll be honest, I didn't even expect this. This morning when I was recording, I'm like, you know, it kind of sucks. We're now in 25,000, right? But then we started creeping back up. People rallied. The crypto market rallied. I mean, not only that, sentiment, if you guys been paying attention on Twitter, it's really good, right? Now, why is Gary doing all this? You may be wondering, right? Is he really doing this for the betterment of society, of people? You know what? I think it's due to this. And I posed this question on Twitter today. Is it time to start loading up on XRP? Because, you know, Brad Garlinghouse said that this case will end in weeks. And he said that about a week ago. Okay, so this makes sense. This makes sense that Gary knows he's about to lose this lawsuit, which started back in 2020. So it's like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Gary may know that they will be losing. And this is definitely a big blow to the SEC if they lose, right? They can no longer declare XRP as security, can't declare Ethereum as security, right? So this may be the reason why Gary is doing this, trying to stay relevant, trying to protect his job, okay? Or maybe just protecting the banks. Maybe he's protecting a lot of things that we don't know yet, but he does need to do something if they lose, right? Which I'm kind of thinking is going to happen, which is why he's being so aggressive right now, right? And if Ripple wins, watch out. You're going to see an XRP explosion. So, yeah. Now, the other reason could be due to this. Gary Gensler says the U.S. doesn't need cryptocurrency. We have digital currencies. You know what it is? It is the U.S. dollar. And then he adds and says, oh, we have the euro, the yen. They're all digital now. So according to Gary Gensler, we don't need cryptocurrency. Yet when he was at MIT, he was saying nothing but good things about Algorand and Ethereum and blockchain and everything, you know, under the moon. But now he's saying, no, we don't need any crypto. That's why he's attacking everything. Stable coins, staking, right? Exchanges, like literally everything. So what's going on here, right? Is he trying to protect his butt because he's about to lose? Or maybe he's protecting the banks, the very banks that he has worked for, and the very banks that are threatened right now by cryptocurrency. This is a list of his jobs. He's worked in a lot of places, but the longest tenure, guess where? Goldman Sachs. It seems like every like major financial like position in our government, those people have all had a long tenure at Goldman Sachs for many, 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 many years, right? So he's part of the group. He's part of the group. So is he protecting the banks? Is he protecting fiat? We know Peter Schiff and many others, Ray Dalio, believe that Robert Kiyosaki believes that the USD is getting weaker and weaker and could lose its reserve currency status, right? Maybe there are people at play telling Gary, you need to protect the US dollar, right? You need to protect the fiat. Shut down cryptocurrency. Maybe there's some of that too, right? He's protecting whoever he's protecting. But, you know, bottom line is this. Gary right now, even though he looks very scary, well, he did look very scary. Now, not so much after today. Now, it seems like everyone is, what Gary did was basically get everyone to align, get everyone to support each other. Not a whole lot of finger pointing right now at this point. Everyone's finger pointing towards Gary, right? So this common enemy, right, has brought everyone together. That's what it seems like it has done, and it's absolutely fantastic. And when you have everyone on the same page, it's really hard to stop. Okay, so that's what happened today. And we may see more rallying tomorrow. Now, the thing is, the crypto that Gary did declare, or somewhat declare, that are securities, they didn't recover as much. So there's still some hesitation there. So you can see Bitcoin's up about 6%, Ethereum's up about 4%, right? XRP's up 4%. But unfortunately, BNB only up 1%. Cardano is actually down because they both were named. Solana also named, only slightly, 2% up. Polygon also named, down almost 2%, right? So unfortunately, the ones that were named did not rally that much. Cosmos was named, didn't go up as much, right? And the list goes on and on and on. So unfortunately, the ones that were alleged as securities, they didn't have a really good day, but everything else did. And you know what? According to Jim Cramer, we have 2 new cryptos that we should watch out for. In case you guys did not watch this, let's just watch this clip real quick of Jimbo talking about cryptocurrencies, the common ones that everyone has heard of before. So let's take a look.
Absolutely. Do you think it's existential to the ecosystem? Absolutely. You do? Absolutely. I think that if you are in a series of coins that were mentioned, and we all kind of know them, we're talking about Solano, talking about Matic, Cardano. These are viewed, we're talking about Solano, talking about Matic, Cardano.
Cardano. I don't know why that sounds so funny. Cardano. He prefaced by saying we all know him, right? Like,
I know them.
yeah.
We all kind of know them.
We all kind of know them.
We're talking about Solano.
Solano.
Talking about Matic.
Matic, you got that right.
Cardano.
We all know him, right? We know Solano and Cardano. I don't know why that sounds funny, but it is. He likes names with O's, I guess, behind it. Cardano. All right, that's it. Let's do some Q&A. All right. I like to buy some Cardano right now. Let me scroll up. Let me see if I missed anything. Maybe Gary knows his time is up. Maybe he knows that I don't know, he's just doing something, He's doing something to try to make his name known. I don't know. The guy who sued both exchanges in the US. Ron, appreciate that. Is it true that XRP will be fed now? I heard in media. No, that's not true. Just start a meme coin, Cardano. I bet that's gonna do well. Oops, ignore that I said that. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it before I do. Any plans for DCA wallet tomorrow? Anything catch your eye? I mean, everything's kind of down right now. So tomorrow will be a good DCA day, that's for sure. Did they delay him in emails by 1 week because SEC wanted to do this? That's a good question. I thought it'd be out already, but this could also be because that's coming out. That's why, again, I didn't even think about that. Totally forgot about the emails being released. Oh, damn it. People already created Cardano. Gary needs to keep the FUD coming. I love BTC discounts. I mean, Eli, that's the best way to think about it or look at it. When there's FUD, you're gifted with more cheapness discount. Kava is running up while market downturn. Interesting follow. Not really, because everything else started coming up again. I'll have to do more research in Kava. I have not looked into them for quite some time, but they're a DeFi chain. Where's that tweet? Cardano Inu. I'm gonna start that. Just Neil, what's your prediction for Cadena next bull run? I can't honestly tell you. Cadena is I've spoken to a lot of people about Cadena. It's kind of weird. Mixed Mixed feelings about Cadena. So, I don't know. Just bought more Cardano. Well, like, hopefully you bought the right one. I gotta ask the snack team about what they feel about Cardano. You don't think Gary's talking about Fed now? Well, that could be the case. He's like, we don't need any more cryptocurrency because we already have the dollar, and it's digital. He may be referring to the Fed now. Fed now right now, as far as I know, is used between banks. It's not a CBDC yet, but it'll probably evolve to be one. That may be the agenda here, right? Protecting the banks, protecting the biggest bank of all, Federal Reserve. Told you Gary still owes SBF, still in his pocket. I don't know if SBF would want this. Why is being a security so bad? I mean, it's not a death sentence, but it just means that you have to go through all these hoops and reporting requirements and all this stuff. It's just something that not a lot of projects want to go through. Do they really have a Cardano already? Man, I should have. You know, when I posted that, I should have just created that coin. That would have been a good one to create. Cardano. Oh, it did come on. There's both an ETH version and a BNB version. Oof, it had a good run and then it came back down. Do not buy Cardano, okay? Do not buy it. It's not worth it. Solano. There is a Solano too. Oh, but it came out 11 months ago. Is there anywhere I could stake ETH with compounding? Oh, there's a lot of places. I mean, you could just do liquid staking. You could stake ETH in Lido, and then take the synthetic ETH out and go stake that some more. So that's compounding. Garth, not Gareth. Garth, I don't know what you're talking about. 1,700 horsepower sounds crazy, though. You guys enjoy my thumbnail? I created it with the help of AI, Photoshop AI, graded and fill. Crazy software. You can do whatever you want. I am not Satoshi. Where can I stake Cardano? I don't know. I like to get my hands on some Cardano. Sounds real good.
I know them. You all kind of know them. We're talking about Solano, talking about Matic, Cardano. These Cardano.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's funny. Oh, that's real funny. Anyways, Yeah. So, I mean, bottom line is this. Gary, he went all in. Charged Binance, charged Coinbase, and the market came together and said a big F you to Gary. Basically, that's what happened. Bitcoin is now above 27,000. And, you know, I don't know what Gary's going to do. I think he's about to lose the Ripple case. And that probably scares him, right? And I don't know, his backlash, or he knows he's on his way out, or I don't know, his masters, whoever is pulling the strings, is telling him to spread as much FUD as possible in favor for banks or FedNow or whatever. You know what? Someone says you could put that video up there with your XRP video. That's a good idea. I'm going to, whenever someone asks me about Cardano, I'm going to say, you mean Cardanzo? And I'm going to play that video. It'll be funny if Gary, in his desperation, sues like all the wallet makers tomorrow or something. I don't know. Like I don't know who else he's going to sue. Maybe he's going to sue the companies or the projects that he deemed are securities. Maybe he's going to go after Cardanzo and Solano and Polygon and all these other projects. Maybe that's his next move. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to say. Yeah, he might go after Robinhood next. You know, Robinhood, he doesn't like those meme coins either. He might go after Robinhood next. Yeah, I don't know who he's going to go after next. He's going to sue Satoshi Nakamoto. It'll be funny if he tries to do that and ends up suing Craig Wright. That would be really funny. All right, guys. Let's call it a night. Bottom line, Brian Armstrong and Coinbase said this is ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense. They let us go public. Why didn't they stop us before? There's no way to come in and register. Right? So, yeah. It's all good. It's all aligned. Right? So, we had SEC and Gary use all his bullets, basically. Sued two of the biggest exchanges in the U.S. and has done absolutely nothing. And that's fantastic. All right, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get some Cardanzo on your way out. And to celebrate this, I'm going to have to play this video for you guys.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.